And how much do you think this the idea of a prisoner of political conscience, someone who has been imprisoned for their beliefs, how do you identify with that? Because obviously your own personal experience is that.
Well, I'm living in a society which freedom of speech is not encouraged. You know, where I grew up in Chairman Mao's time. It's a very harsh political situation. It's very much like a North Korean today, or exactly like that. You can serve a sentence only because one sentence, or only one time you had a different opinion. My father, he's a poet. He studied in Paris in 1930s and went back to China and struggled with the communists to win this new nation. You know, established the whole. This belonged to that revolutionary generation. But right after the Chairman Mao got on the power, so he had this campaign to so-called anti-rightist campaign, which is in China, when you call it rightist, it's just opposite. It's like we call it leftist here. You know,
which was in some ways
society, yeah. So over 300,000 people are punished. You know, 300,000 intellectuals in China is a big number because there's not so many educated people at that time. So they all being sent to hard labor. Many of them are suicide or dead because of lacking of materials or food. My father survived, but he was forbidden to write for 20 years and doing hard labor. I grew up with him. My family was with him in this, how do you call this kind of labor camps, you know, this kind of exile camps in a desert area, most remote area. So I have this understanding about why certain society doesn't like art or hate people who has this kind of freedom in terms of thinking and expressing itself. But for me, this is the most important part of art. And as an artist, I always want to defend that part. And in China, I have a lot of reason, a lot of excuse to defend it. You know, that's why I become very active in social media and also in my art. So.